And US Border Control personnel have shot an armed woman after protesters clashed with federal agents in Chicago. A group of people, including a woman, rammed vehicles into cars used by ICE agents. The country's Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is calling out Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson after he called the Trump administration delusional.
This is a war zone. His city is a war zone, and he's lying so that criminals can go in there and destroy people's lives.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker has denied the claims.
What the government is doing, what Trump is doing, is untethered from the facts. He's saying that, Chicago is a war zone. None of that is true. They are the ones that are making it a war zone. They need to get out of Chicago. If they're not going to focus on the worst of the worst, which is what the president said they were going to do, they need to get the heck out.
Pepper spray and rubber bullets were used after protesters clashed with federal immigration agents.
Today, chaos broke out near Kedzie and 40th Street in Brighton Park. It's the same area Homeland Security says agents were boxed in by 10 cars this morning. When agents got out, DHS says they saw one of the drivers that cornered them had a gun. They say the agents shot at her in self-defense.
A female called station been shot in the arm and legs, and an ICE agent shot her.
Homeland Security says she is a U.S. citizen who wrote threatening messages on social media toward agents. They say she went to the hospital, was released, and no agents were hurt.
The caller was instigating a fight with the agents. Caller told 911 that ICE was shooting live rounds at moving traffic.
Once protesters got to the area, Alderwoman Julia Ramirez says she saw another man taken by federal agents at this gas station nearby.
Since then, there was one car that was at this gas station with a person, a U.S. citizen, who has now been detained.
All morning and into the afternoon, there were tense moments between agents and protesters. There was yelling, objects thrown, and officers spraying pepper balls. Groups of federal agents kept arriving on scene. Within 20 minutes when we got to the scene here, we saw about 4 to 5 undercover federal agent SUVs make their way through the crowd here and go underneath the tape. And each time we saw this, we saw protesters fight back.
They seemingly are doing it every 5 minutes to continue the irritation on people. It's almost like they want people to be provoked.
At one point, a military vehicle pulled up near the protesters, and an agent drew his gun from the roof, pointing it at protesters below.
They look like we're in the military now. It's like a war zone here.
Chicago police say they were on scene to document, maintain safety, and control traffic. They were not involved in the incident or the federal investigation.